They say if you speak too softly near the woods, the hollow man will hear you. He doesn't hunt with claws or teeth. He hunts with silence. Every whisper, every secret murmured in the dark becomes his. And when he gathers enough, he comes for your voice, not your body, not your soul, just your ability to ever speak again. So next time you think no one's listening, remember he is. And he's always hungry for more. Today we will talk about the hollow man collects whispers, and when he has enough, he takes your voice. So before we start, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. 1. Whispers in the dark. The legend begins with the sound. Not footsteps, not creaking floorboards, just whispers. They come when the lights dim, soft and low, like wind brushing past your ear. These whispers aren't echoes or drafts. They call your name. They remember things you've said, word for word, like a mirror for your voice. Children speak of the hollow man coming at night, gathering whispers like fireflies in a jar. He doesn't show himself, not yet. He listens. The more you speak alone in the dark, the more you feed him. The first signs are minor: a hoarse throat, the inability to yell, then dreams of being surrounded by shadows that lean in but never touch. That's when he begins to form, from the sound itself. He has no body, no face. His form is shaped from the noise of others. And when you finally hear nothing at all, when even your breathing is silent, that's when he's almost full. He does not kill. He does not hurt. He erases slowly, deliberately. Your voice becomes his. You'll find no trace of him in daylight. But when night falls and your words hang in the air too long, beware, he's listening. 2. The origin of the hollow. The hollow man wasn't always hollow. Long before he became a whisper collector, he had a voice, clear, powerful, beloved. In a forgotten village surrounded by woods, there was once a storyteller named Elias. Every evening, people gathered to hear his tales. His voice moved crowds to tears, to laughter, even to silence. But envy lives where admiration grows. A rival, bitter and voiceless, cursed Elias. The curse: let your voice become everyone's, until yours is no longer your own. And so it began. The curse unraveled slowly. Elias started to repeat things he hadn't said, retelling confessions of strangers, arguing arguments that weren't his. At first he believed he was going mad, but soon his voice faded altogether. No one noticed, because they still heard something speak. Just not him. When Elias tried to scream, nothing came. He wandered into the forest and never returned. But the whispers did. People say the hollow man is Elias, now bound by the curse to collect voices, to fill the emptiness that once held his own. His name, long forgotten, remains only in broken whispers. And so he drifts, cursed and quiet, searching always for the next voice to echo within him. 3. How he collects. The hollow man doesn't collect voices all at once. No, his method is meticulous, layered. It begins with overhearing. A murmur while you're on the phone, a sigh in solitude, a late-night confession made to no one. These sounds linger in the air like scents, and he traps them. Once he hears your voice, he can find you again. Then come the dreams. People report vivid nightmares of long corridors filled with cooing whispers, none of which they recognize. They wake hoarse, their throat raw, their words unsteady. It's the hollow man rehearsing, practicing your voice within his formless body. You begin to forget your own phrasing. You stammer where you used to speak clearly. You say things that don't feel like you. That's when he's nearly full. On the final night, a whisper will escape your mouth, and you won't remember saying it. That's the last one he needs. Then silence. Not quiet, but absence. You try to scream, cry, sing, but nothing comes. Your voice is gone, not stolen, taken. And the hollow man moves on, now wearing your tone as part of his growing chorus of the silenced. 4. Signs of his presence. The hollow man leaves no footsteps, casts no shadow, and breathes no air. But he does leave behind signs, if you know where to look. The most common is a mirror that fogs even when the room is cold. This is because whispers carry heat, and his form is stitched together from them. Another is mismatched echoes. In rooms where he's been, your voice may bounce back wrong, too fast, too slow, or in a tone that isn't quite yours. Animals grow uneasy around such spaces. Cats refuse to enter. Dogs bark into empty corners. And electronics, they glitch. Audio plays back distorted. Phones record whispers you never made. Then there are the written anomalies. Your journal may contain words you never wrote. Your phone's voice assistant might answer in your voice when you haven't spoken. These are not random. They are trials, tests to see if your voice fits. He must be sure. The final sign is the quiet. When even your heartbeat sounds distant, when no sound exists but your thoughts he's near. And if you speak into that silence even once, it will be enough. 5. Who has he taken? They call them the voiceless. You might pass them on the street, sit beside them on the bus, never knowing. Their mouths move, but no sound comes. Some try to write, others simply fade into reclusion. The most chilling part, their faces often show peace, as if surrendering brought them relief. Psychologists misdiagnose them as suffering from psychogenic mutism, but no treatment helps. In older records, they're called echo-bound, victims whose voices live on, detached from their bodies. One case tells of a teacher who one day simply stopped speaking. Her students say they could still hear her voice when she entered the room, just not from her mouth. Another speaks of a boy whose bedtime stories still play on a cassette even though the tape's blank. Families often report that they can still hear their loved one's voice when no one else is around. These are not ghosts. These are echoes, the hollow man's patchwork of stolen sounds. And the worst part, if you listen too long, one of those voices might sound just like you. 6. The voice ritual. There are ways to protect your voice, but they are not easy. The oldest method is the silence ritual, a practice used by monks in Eastern Europe who first encountered the hollow man centuries ago. For 13 nights, the practitioner must remain completely silent. No speech, no humming, no accidental sound. During this time, they write their thoughts but do not speak them. This starves the hollow man. Denied new whispers, he forgets the taste of your voice. Others recommend voice wards, tiny bells hung in corners that chime only when false echoes pass. These disrupt his collection. But the most effective, though dangerous, is the mirror chant. This chant must be spoken at midnight into a mirror once a week for a month. It binds your voice to your reflection. Should the hollow man try to steal it, he'll take only a hollow image of you. However, this comes at a cost. Those who complete the ritual report difficulty recognizing themselves afterward. Their voice becomes safe, but their identity blurred. So choose wisely. Silence may save your voice, but losing it may save your soul. 7. The hollow's true form. Few have seen him and remembered. Fewer still have survived. But those who encountered the hollow man speak of a presence, not a figure. He's a distortion, light bent wrong, space where there shouldn't be. A doorway that shifts, a hallway that wasn't there yesterday. He's shaped from sound, a silhouette of static and echo. People report hearing themselves scream before realizing they haven't moved. Others feel a breeze, like a breath over their ear, before their voice falters. Some believe he forms more clearly the more voices he holds. That he begins as a hollow silhouette and with each echo absorbed, gains density, not weight but memory. His hands are made of chorus, his limbs of syllables. His mouth is endless, made not to speak but to collect. The most horrifying truth, you never see him arrive. If you liked this video and would like to see more like it, please give it the thumbs up. Leave a comment and click the button to subscribe.